Ladies and gentlemen, a long time ago, I was at center stage getting ready for WCW Saturday Night Taping. In walked these two guys from Houston, Texas, and they became known as Booker T and Stevie Ray, Harlem Heat. What are your memories from early WCW?
You know, like I said, tell it like it is. I mean, we came in at WCW at the Chi-Town Heat, if I remember.
I think that was going to be the name that they came up with, yeah.
Two guys who just came out of jail.
I remember.
And,
it was too controversial.
Yeah. And the thing is, being put in a situation, my brother and I, we've always been able to adapt. We went out, we did our jobs. Our thing was back then, get our foot in the door and then raise as much hell as we possibly can. 10-time World Tag Team Champions later. We set the record. We set the bar as far as tag teams go in WCW, but we wrestled some great guys, the Steiner Brothers, Nasty Boys, you know, Sting and Lex Luger, Bagwell and the Patriot, right?
Or whoever they had with him.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hell of a ride in WCW. I still to this day, I will be WCW to the day I die.
Along the way, sensational Sherri, Sister Sherri, entered the picture, and I know that you guys were close with her up until the end, and she's up here looking down. God bless her. Tell the fans some memories about working with Sherri, memories on the road, in the ring.
You know, I remember one time Sherri slapped Jim Duggan so hard, he stopped selling. You know, but I tell you, Sherri, I remember Sherri almost...
She didn't hold back.
No, almost starting riots in certain towns. Sherri was our ace that made us.
She was paid to do her job, and she did that job. When she was paid to do a job, she did that job, and she did that job well. So if that meant slapping the taste out of Jim Duggan's mouth, that was just sitting over there a few minutes ago, and about 5 people came up and signed autographs. He seen nobody else was coming back. He hightailed it out of here. Same thing he did that night when Sherri slapped his molars out.
Wow.
That's what happens when you get it. You cannot mention Harlem Heat without mentioning Sheri Martel.
That's why I brought her up.
At the same time.
That's why I brought her up.
You sure that's why you brought her up?
That's exactly why I brought her up.
Because what I remember about WCW, my brother just chronicled a few things he remember. Well, let's talk about a few things that Stevie Ray remember when it comes to you.
Me?
And those guys that you used to bring in from down here in Florida to bring them up there.
Are you talking about the old payola?
Yeah.
The old,
that wasn't my idea.
The old kickback buddy.
Yeah. He didn't know everybody. He told us about what he was doing. He'd bring the guys down here for $150 and pay them $35, and he'd keep the rest, send them back home.
Actually, I think it was the other way around. It wasn't my idea. I'm going to get back to you, Booker, in a second, because I want to ask you about WrestleMania. But, Stevie, after WCW, you did not continue in the business. Do you have any regrets of going home and doing what you're doing now?
Like I said earlier, that when you cut the tape, and I'm going to put it back out there, if you knew your job,
I'm trying, boys.
If you knew your
it's been
job,
a long weekend.
If you knew your job, you wouldn't ask me that question the way you just said. No, I didn't get out of the business. I was still in the business. Just because I wasn't with my brother in WWE, that doesn't mean I wasn't in the business. But if you was chronicling things the right way, you would know that, which I see that you don't. And that's why I say you don't do your homework and you don't do your job. But I'm here to tell you your job. So I'm going to tell you your job right now. I stayed in the business, going back and forth overseas, doing what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. Can you dig it?
My apologies. I was looking for a job.
Don't apologize to me. Don't worry about that. But let me tell the audience out there, my brother was doing his thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And I was still doing my thing.
Yes, sir.
Now, just because you were seeing him on television and you wasn't seeing me on television, that don't mean I was just sitting at home playing tiddlywinks like you.
Yeah, I was looking for a job, but I'm glad you had one.
Thanks a lot. But anyway, for about 4 or 5 years, I was still in the business. Then that's when I exited the business because I had things to do, home, family commitments, and that's what I did.
Well, you still got it on the microphone, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's because you're here.
I can bring the heat out of the best of them, huh? Booker, it's WrestleMania weekend. You've been a part of WrestleManias. What's your favorite WrestleMania moment personally?
Oh, Steamboat Savage, WrestleMania 3.
Yeah.
It don't get no better than that. That's when wrestling was, guys going out there and giving the fans a ride, a roller coaster ride, taking them on an adventure. Making them, see that story, from the beginning to the end. Matches like that, live the test of time. And I just hope this WrestleMania 33, we have some of these young guys go out there and bring it to that same intensity level. Give these fans, the memories that I hear a lot of them still talking about today. They ask me about if I remember certain things, and I go, no, I don't remember it because I did it for you to remember it. Remind me about it. You know what I mean? So I think this WrestleMania is going to be no different. Guys going out there putting smiles on faces and leaving memories, long-lasting memories forever.
I appreciate your time, guys, and I need to go do my homework. So I'm going to take your advice.
Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harlem
Please.
Heat on the Hannibal TV.